Do you see the thumbnail? That's my sock. The first one was like a little blurry, like I don't know if you could tell. So I clear when I was like really up close. But because tonight I just put on pants. Like you guys know I've been crying today. I'm like, well, I might as well go on the Betty channel. Like, what are they gonna do? Want to give me another strike? I'm wearing pants. Oh, maybe something Arthur says. But and well, I wanted to come on this channel too because the other channel's been giving me shit. Haven't been able to make people like Arthur a moderator yet on the new channel, but it'll work out. Of course, I get nervous coming on because of when the haters see me and they comment about me eating cake. So I'm like, I didn't have any cake except for one I got for the dog for the Super Bowl. So I got grapes that I got on clearance yesterday and carrots that I got on clearance yesterday. So this should tide me over, although I don't think it'll be 4 hours like last week. How are you doing? Are you excited for the Super Bowl right there?
Oh, yes, I am.
Three peats. What do you think about what people are saying? That I heard that it's like a well-known thing. Like this is not me saying this. This is something I picked up. That's like like the announcers are saying that the refs have been always like siding in favor of the Chiefs. Have you heard that?
I heard that bullshit.
You don't think that's true? I mean, I'm a Raider fan, so they're always against us, but we can get violent.
That's the one thing I want to start talking about.
White
I hope
carrots.
Terry, I hope Terry is listening to this.
Carrots.
God, yes.
Mm.
You calling him attention to this? That's making me sick, man.
But he's not the only one saying it though. It's like a lot of people are saying it.
No, let me tell you this. People,
Let's see what the saying.
I have been hearing this.
I go for the Chiefs since the refs are for them. I put my money with them. But I don't have any money to bet. Let me put your volume higher. I'm gonna put you right here so everyone can hear you loud and clear. Go ahead. You hear that, Terry?
I've been hearing so many. I've been hearing so many news from
Mm.
I remember when Tom Brady and the New England Patriots did this, and the refs were on their side when it goes in the Super Bowl titles. I heard
Terry, he's coming for your nuts. That's your team. Oh,
so it's not no fix though. People that say that they need to shut the fuck.
so you think that every call the refs made was just accurate and right? They're never wrong.
Sometimes, sometimes I'm a free. I'm tired of hearing that. I'm sick and tired of hearing shit. If they want to be called the villains, then hey, call us our villains. The only reason why that they're saying this, Stella, is because I think they're tired of seeing us win championships.
Mhm.
Maybe I remind you, how many did Tom Brady win? And people were so tired of seeing him win those titles.
Yeah, I mean, there are people that did not like him, and they felt that they altered the rules as he got older, um, to protect him physically in the game. Um, and people don't like special treatment.
tell you about this. I know he's yapping. All right. Okay. I know he. I know he is yapping.
I see a chart. Mhm. Yeah, I see it the chart that actually shows, like, the wide discrepancy. Like, they have data on it favoring the Chiefs, so, but you're saying they're um,
What did he get?
not enjoy your chips and dip with the game out there. Right? What are you gonna eat during the game? You're gonna get some wings?
He's trying to get me wound up, but he's not
Mm-mm.
gonna do it.
Arthur, everybody knows how to get you wound up. You like being wound up.
Oh,
You're like one of those little wind up clocks where the little people come out and go, me, 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 me. That's you. Embrace it. It's who you are. So, yeah, I had my new therapist this morning for the first and the last time. Um, I was in tears, and that's why I have a headache still, and I had a headache since from this morning because I cried for so. Because she not only told me that I should get rid of the dog needs to be put down. I was as an example. I said to her that I have anxieties and I have a hard time making a determination if it's irrational or not because so often I'm right and um and the world can be quite scary. And I said, like, for example, my dog has gotten out twice, hypothetically, and bit someone. And I'm afraid of her getting out again. And she's like, and this is the worst part. It's not just that she said to get rid of the dog, have the dog put down. And she's that it was obvious that's what I needed to do. She was like so cold about it too. She's like, you're never gonna not worry, have anxiety about it until you get rid of the dog and have her put down. And it was like that to me was the worst part because it's like you're not gonna help me with my
wait a
issue.
minute. Wait a minute. Therapist said you allowed to put down the dogs. Has this bitch lost her fucking mind? It had nothing to do with the dogs.
Yeah, well, it's an Asian lady. And I don't know if like in their culture they don't value dogs the same. I'm not trying to be racist about it. I'm just saying like it was so like easily said. And to me, like there's such a coldness about it that it was like, do you not understand? Like that's part of the family. You don't just immediately go to like, hey, why don't you put down my your family? Like, but it was also the fact that how are you gonna help me with a problem if the answer is just get rid of it? And that's the only way you're ever gonna not have anxiety about it. Like, she said, first of all, like, of course it's anxiety, like, that's totally rational. And then it's like, "This is what you should do," like, obviously. Like, she's like, "Oh, no." I said, "So I don't know what's irrational, like, I'm worried a lot about her getting out." Um,
Guess you did really he, he, put, he was an adult in him.
yeah.
I'm sure.
Yeah, and I worry about it
So
happening
I guess
again.
he,
Exactly.
so I guess he didn't realize that.
She didn't give a fuck.
Bitch.
And I feel like it not only her so I don't even know if I said it, but I think I said it. Like, if you told me I did say it, then I would believe you that what's the harm? Like, there's no harm in trying a therapist. Absolutely take that back. I was so harmed that I'm like, "I'm done. I'm done." Like, I have no respect for this profession after this shit. Like, I was just tormented over the idea that she could so blatantly say, "It's you're never going to until that dog's put down." It was like, "You're not gonna be able to provide me any actual help with my anxiety." Like, tools of managing strategies. You're not you don't believe in that. It's like, oh, it never can until that like that's your what a respectable profession. That's your help. Like I found it to be demoralizing for the whole endeavor of having a therapist. It was like this there's no point in this.
I'm thinking that one person said that she don't like pets. So
Mhm.
she doesn't, or maybe she just, or maybe something else, or
Feel
maybe,
is not socialized. Feel is not
or maybe, or maybe, in my opinion, she just haven't had sex in a while.
I'll say she was a bitch. Like I had such maybe if somebody knew a person, like if I had a doctor and they're like, "Oh, I could match you with this therapist," I think they'd be a good fit for you. Maybe I don't know. I don't even know if that would work. But to me, this is like I don't know what the fuck. They're handing out their therapist licenses, but um, I'm done. I can't expose myself to this kind of pain that because I had to talk myself out of this being true, and in order to do that, I had to say, "They don't know what they're talking about." They're like, it's not because you have to go into it thinking, "Oh, this person could help me. They know more than I do. They know more, especially about the brain and anxiety." And then you have to wash that all away and say, "No, they don't," so that I could not be as anxious. And then when you say that, it's like, then there is no point in this. I would just dread seeing her.
She doesn't
Mhm.
jack shit about you. The only people that know everything about you is me, Aaron, Rob, Jerry. That's it. And the devil. Other people too.
Yes. Yeah. Well, I think that a therapist is supposed to know about the issues they're supposed to help you deal with. They're supposed to know techniques. I think they're supposed to have a general knowledge, I think, about if not the workings of a brain, um, you know, about yeah, human beings and strategies in dealing with your brain when it's a certain way. So to me, for her to say there's no other way was so upsetting because of her legitimacy of being a therapist, and that made it double painful. And I went in bed after and I'm holding feeling crying. I was like, no, no. Um, and it's like, no, they're not smarter than me. They're not better than me. And I can figure it out a way to deal with this because um they're not going they can't offer me any help if this is the help. Put down your family. Oh, okay.
You know what's
A prayer? Oh, okay, okay. Oh, okay. So this is the monikers. Okay. So you have to guess what this is. In gay culture, a person who prefers penetration during intercourse, usually through the anus, a survey of nearly 56,000 profiles on gay.com found that 32% of US respondents preferred bottom, 26% preferred top, and 42% preferred the versatile role. Okay, yeah. So if you prefer penetration for the intercourse, you're called a bottom. Did you guess a bottom?
close?
You have to name everything, you know?
Okay, man, tell the game,
You know what? I feel like I'd be both. I've got various toys that would allow me to be both. Whatever here. I saw a shirt the other day and it said, "I heart men that whimper." I bought him, you bitch. Yeah.
Trey, who's you?
I'd bottom you if the Chiefs lose. Be lucky. A person with a genetic disease that leaves the vulnerable to infection and forced to live in a completely sterile environment. One was famously portrayed on Seinfeld, where he fought with George over a Trivial Pursuit card that read Moops instead of Moors. Okay, so what is that I just described?
Moses and more. Hold up, Moses and more. Moses.
That would be Bubble Boy. You never saw that episode?
No.
I'd probably be an asshole too if I lived in a bubble. See a little Bob right there. An animal native to South Africa and related to the weasel, made popular by a YouTube video narrated by Randall. This animal is now almost always described as badass and crazy. Crazy. Cra dash Z. Or furthermore, it's often noted that this animal don't care or really doesn't give a shit.
I'm
No, that's not a laughing at,
what was it?
See if anyone in the chat's gonna guess. I'm gonna have to give them a chance to take it. I'm a fair ref, unlike some refs. I tell you the quality. Honey badger. A honey badger actually would eat like a snake. They would fight like a rattlesnake, which I could have used yesterday with a snake.
Hey, still, I think I got a fucking kids.
What do you mean you don't got a problem? You should. You shouldn't just have snakes. I know.
Snakes, spiders, keep them away from me.
Spider. Well, I mean, spiders are good because they can eat bugs.
Yeah, but I don't want to see one. I don't want to. I don't want to see no fucking tarantula.
You know what I just heard of the other day? That there's like wasps that lay their eggs in a caterpillar. It's called like a parasitic wasp or something, but that's just like what they use as a host. I guess it's like humans in surrogacy. Like celebrities, they'll use another woman if they die. Like,
Oh my god.
so the whole caterpillar dies. Fuck. They're a famous team when your team is popular.
Let me tell you something, Kendrick. If you think you're gonna spawn in a moment right here, no. Let's just see what happens Sunday. If the team wins, they win. If they lose, they lose. But y'all about the fucking rest, please.
Why are you so sensitive? Like, if you're gonna support a team that's successful, people are gonna talk about them because there's only two teams playing in the Super Bowl, you know? So people are gonna talk about them. Honestly, I'm sorry to be the one to break it to you, but a lot of people are rooting for your team to lose.
You did um first. Hurricane. Because I didn't see that yesterday, but are you reading?
Harry. Well, it's true. I mean, that's what happens when your team wins a lot, right? That's why I never had that problem with the Raiders.
Eagles. No, man, it's gonna be. I'm not gonna say it's gonna be a blowout, but I'm gonna give it a close score. I'm gonna say
You
I'm
can.
gonna say 27,
What's in here?
21.
Because.
Chiefs.
All right, we'll hold you to that. All right. Can I still bottom you if you're wrong?
What the, what the hell is foul?
What? So, you're always trying to read. It's foodie. Foodie fight. Food questions. You know a lot about food? Do you ever eat food? That sounds so Louisiana. What? Wait, hold on. Oh, what 19? I was gonna say, like, what the heck does this have to do with food? But if I just continue reading, what 1960s movie and TV series helped raise public sentiment for legislation restricting tuna fishing in order to protect dolphins?
Start. It's start. It's start. It's start. It's start.
No, it's
I
Flipper.
know it's. I know it's start. It's
Uh,
starfish.
your guesses are so funny. Starkist.
So.
Thinking of the same. It's Flipper. Hmm. You never seen Flipper?
I haven't seen cartoon too.
Okay.
I mean, shoot. Speaking of a dolphin, I wonder how next year's Miami Dolphins are going to be.
Why's that?
They didn't make the playoffs this year.
True or false? The standard markup for restaurant wines is 2 to 3 times retail.
I'm like, it's so true.
Yes. You like your wine? You be having wine? Well, you probably shouldn't because of the diabetes.
I know.
See, this is the thing, right? 2 to 3 times retail. I keep hearing this about tariffing, which I don't think is going to happen. Was I going to do that? Because I read a story the other day that was like, um, post office to stop taking packages from China. And I read it from Reuters and I read it on CNN and I'm like, what does this mean? Whatever. And then they reversed it like 6 hours later. And I'm like, if I didn't drive myself crazy trying to figure this out, like if I just like waited, and that's gonna be what I'm gonna do for a while with the news of all this like tariffs and that because I don't really know what's going on.
It's the first time. um, So, think about last month. A couple weeks ago, when TikTok was banned, and 24 hours later, or a day later, it rebooted.
Were you happy?
Virtually, I didn't give a shit.
Oh, see, that's good. Doesn't have the power. Well, um, what I was just gonna say about markups is people keep saying like, oh, then that means the price on everything is gonna go up 25%. And I feel like that's so pro corporatist because that implies that there's no. I mean, some things will. I'm sure that some margins are tighter and they have to, and some things will go up where it's like it's gonna hurt if they even go into effect. Because I don't even think they're gonna happen. Like maybe it's just a threat, but that's not how. Like if my cost goes up to sell like an Avon lipstick by 25%, I'm not gonna raise my prices 25%. You can't do that to be like competitive. Like, I don't know. I just think that um the way that these things are being rolled out or not has people like really scared. It sucks. Okay. Ooh, here we go. What puppet celebrity said, "Never eat more than you can lift"?
Read that again.
What puppet celebrity, I love that maker, said, "Never eat more than you can lift"? Mm, mm. How much can you lift, Arthur? Can you lift a lot? How many puppet celebrities are there?
I just,
Them all. Wow. Close, it's Miss Piggy. What did Herbert Hoover promise in every pot during the 1928 presidential campaign? Yeah, you remember this one. You remember this. What did Herbert Hoover promise in every pot during the 1928 presidential campaign? Playing with you because whenever I it's taken, but whenever I read cards from before you were born, you're always like, "That's before my time. I didn't see that." So because it said 28, that's why I was like, "Oh, you remember 1928?" Because you wouldn't. What style of Cantonese restaurant has diners point to what they want from trays of small dishes passing by?
oh shit, you know,
Sushi, that's first of all, that's Japanese, not Cantonese. Racist. But no, it's not sushi.
shit for advice.
I'm gonna try this. It looks good. That would be a dim sum restaurants. Hmm, dim sum. Yeah, you just like point, but I want that. I want that. It sounds like a buffet. You sit on your fat ass. Oh, to get up. Chinese do buffets of rights. It's a news.
What? And, and for what it's worth, I never travel south either.
We need to get on the California rolls.
Shit.
It can be. You know, open up your breathing holes. Need that ginger. Oh, there's a lot of things about wine. I should say this for John. So he likes wine sometimes. Um, what is the nickname of a TV sitcom character, Yev Kassem, a role based on an actual New York City vendor? Yev
Oh
Kassem.
shit. It's been a long time since I've seen it. Oh, read that question again.
What is the nickname of TV sitcom character Yev Kassem, a role based on an actual New York City vendor? So keep in mind, these are like food questions, food based, right?
I'm against Seinfeld.
It's from the show Seinfeld, yes, but it's not Seinfeld. And I know you're just reading chat.
I know it's not that one that I put on that comedy place who said that racial shit. I don't think it was him.
What? So vague. Legal Scottish. Super Nazi. Can I even say super Nazi? I feel no, it's the super Nazi. It's a nickname.
Oh shit, I don't know.
Well, Larry David apparently wrote into the show. like Holocaust jokes to show Curb Your Enthusiasm that were like actually really funny. But I don't. Mm.
Well, I said I don't know.
So you're Southern. You just like your shrimp and grits. You like basic food. That's why you don't know these. It's I keep saying it over and over that it's soup Nazi. Okay. What curd has been eaten in China since the 10th century?
Oh shit, shrimp fries.
Not a curd. I don't even know what a curd is. So I wouldn't know this either. Lemon. What? I love that you're still at least guessing, guys. It's tofu. It's bean curds, which I guess is tofu. But I thought it was soybean. Soup Nazi. Yes, it's a classic episode of television. Because he doesn't let Elaine have the soup. It's like, no soup for you. And like, what a dictator. And that's why you get the name.
Sorry, buddy. I'm trying to get that last answer. Give me the next question.
What year was the Food Network cable channel launched? 1993, 1998, or 2003? One. It was like, man,
Martha Stewart.
you watch the Food Network? My mom used to. I don't watch them. Why would you watch someone cooking like, uh, it's like, oh, here, now I made some delicious cookies and you can't eat none. You might as well, you're better off just like selling it. Yeah. Like they should have a Food Network join with, yeah, Arthur got it right. Um, okay, let's see. Where's my, where did I put my game that was like pop culture? Oh, yeah, with all the ducks. Let's see.
Pop culture.
Yeah, ones that you would be more likely to know. Let's see. Okay, on what planet does the film Avatar take place?
I wish I would know this, but I never. But she gonna yell at me and
You never seen Avatar?
people gonna yell at me and on here. I've never seen Avatar.
Well, Avatar is Pandora. In the chat, I said it's Pandora. So you got it wrong even after I said it. The planet of Pandora. It's a made-up planet from James Cameron.
Oh, I've seen the movie. I know it was a classic, number one hit. Still is to this day.
In 2010, who became the youngest performer to win a Grammy for Album of the Year? Ooh, Grammys. Grammy question.
Oh shit! What year was that?
2010.
I'm
2010.
gonna mother, you know, Taylor Swift.
Oh my god, I was gonna shame you if you got it wrong and be like, oh, it's the guy in your team's girlfriend. You're supposed to get that right, but you got it. What made you guess Taylor Swift? Just came to you.
Music awards when that donut Kanye West ran up the stage, grabbed the mic when Taylor Swift was going to accept the award, but then Kanye got up there and yelled out this. But Beyonce had one of the best videos of all time.
And people didn't realize it was crazy then. About that part. What Cincinnati Bengals wide receiver officially changed his name?
Just Ocho Cinco.
Why would you do that to match your jersey number? Oh my god.
People have chosen.
You really like that number. Mhm.
Here's some people who have changed their names. U.L. Cinder changed his name to Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Chris Jackson changed his name to Muhammad Abdul-Rahim. Matthew Franklin changed his name to Matthew Saeed Muhammad. Cassius McCallus Clay changed his name to Mohammed Ali. And
DMX.
yes, Ron Artest changed his name to Metal World Peace.
Yeah, which is really weird. You know what though? You got some balls if you do that. If you can do that. If you can pull off changing your name to that. Like if you said from now on I'm gonna go by Arthur World Peace. We'd laugh you the fuck out of here and be like, we're just gonna call you Arthur.
You know whatever. So did it. But you know why Muhammad Ali did.
So he didn't have to go in the army?
No.
Oh.
He did not want to be known as his slave name. He gave respect to power.
I want to be known as my slave name. Little slut.
Before that, before he became up with this Muhammad Ali,
Mhm.
the first name that he came up with was, well, his first name was changed was Muhammad, but last name wasn't the actual name he wanted. What's the actual name that he came up with? First one was Muhammad X,
X.
but but he scratched that one off, and then they changed it to Muhammad Ali.
Well, what about Malcolm X? Was X really his last name?
Franklin, why he just say Muhammad? I don't know.
Mm.
Now, as far as Chris Jackson is concerned, just a Matthew Muhammad Abdul Rahim, I used to like that guy when he was playing, but when he refused to stand up for the national anthem, that ruined his whole career.
What comedian was found guilty of obscenity in 1964, only to be pardoned posthumously? How do you say it? Posthumously? 40 years later. It means like in death, like posthumously? Posthumous. I think it's posthumously. I said it was a comedian.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, you think he did wrestling or part time? Maybe. I don't think he had the build for it, but Lenny Bruce.
I mean,
What electronic toy that featured its own language was the must-have toy of 1999? Its own language. What? And you know you had one of these. You have a whole collection on your wall right now behind you, 7 of them. What electronic toy that featured its own language was the must-have toy of 1999?
oh, I know. I seen the commercials, but I never had one.
You never had one what?
Shit.
What?
Shit. Oh,
You had 2?
Is it fresh?
No. It begins with an F. Furby.
Oh, shit.
Carrie got it right off the bat. Right from Jump Street. Yeah, what is that? What did it say? I never see it in the thrift. Should I get my hands on a Furby? It's what item of clothing was named after Bo and Luke's cousin on the TV series The Dukes of Hazzard? You know it's
So I love the show.
you want me to wear some of them? You want me to wear some of them? Yes, you do.
I just love the show.
I know you love that show. Hot pants. Yeah, Daisy Dukes. Short jean shorts. Because Daisy had that ass. Nothing else going on in the South. Got to put on a show with your shorts. Now, if any of you get this wrong, punch you in the face. What garment? What garment did the chemical company DuPont introduce in 1939? You better know this. You better know this. What garment did the chemical company DuPont introduce in 1939? Panties. Oh, nylons. He says nylon stockings, but oh, I can't believe you got that wrong. Bottom you, bottom you.
Oh,
I would do that too. I'd squeeze them while I'm bottoming you, but so both. No, that seems like really harsh. Like, and I'm not. No. What civil rights leader was named Man of the Year by Time magazine in 1963? Man of the Year. Hmm.
I know that. It's not one.
You got it. I'm okay. Yes. Man of the Year.
Stella. What's the um, we had to choose between two um speeches to speak out in front of the crowd, to speak out in front of our class, to get a big grade. The two of them were the Abraham Lincoln speech and the I Have a Dream speech. I picked the
Gettysburg Address.
and Stella, this is serious. I picked the I Have a Dream speech So I studied my mother helped me. She told me I couldn't watch no TV and do anything else but just sit in my room and try to remember what he said, what was said. That's and it took me weeks until the day I had to go up there and sing and sing what was said on the speech, remember it word for word. They wanted me to go up there next, but I wasn't ready yet. So I did it one more day to remember the words. And when the next day came, got up first, and I remember every word of that speech in front of that class, and I got a message.
Do you remember any of it?
Of course,
What does it say? That my children. I don't remember. Do you remember?
potential their character. I was eating today.
Yeah, because there was segregation too.
That's what
I don't know how people lived through that time, but then again, people might look back in our time and say, "Oh God, I don't know how people lived through that time." You know, like the '60s were crazy, and then they say the '70s where people were depressed. I mean, why racism started?
no. Listen, Stella, I don't know why, but it start in the first place. God didn't want this.
Yeah, I know.
I never wanted this.
I don't know. People seem to get so like tribal or with their own culture. I don't know, and then it's hard for them to like accept other people aren't gonna like be a danger to them, or I don't know, like the hatred, because maybe there's different varieties of hate, but I think racism, but I think that
Uh, uh, all these all these Karens trying to
yeah,
blame black people for something.
you know, Beyonce won right for album of the year, and they said that's the first time a black woman won that in like 50 years. Like, what? You know, it's like surprising you because you think like,
You know what? You know what award surprised me?
what?
Oscars. 360 Mafia won Oscar for It's Hard Out Here for a Pimp.
Are they still together?
Yeah,
Yeah. But what was that best song? I don't even know who's nominated this year. I don't know. I'm still gonna watch because it could be entertaining, but and I like to see what they're wearing.
oh, speaking of which, and I want everybody to listen to me on this. Did you see what Kanye West's wife wore at the Grammys?
Um, I saw it with like censored pictures.
She got thrown in.
Yeah, they weren't invited. Well, you can't invite everyone. Plus, he hadn't released anything. I mean, I don't even think Kim Kardashian was there. She probably wasn't invited either. But I mean, maybe he did release music, but they're not acknowledging it or giving it any awards because I haven't heard him release music. But I think,
What's up with her? I Kanye is little screws in the head.
yeah, when he was good, he could be very good. but not anymore. Like his head is not.
They say all this crazy shit. I don't know. But so like, give me one more.
Yes. Okay. Um, Name the four ghosts in Pac-Man.
Now that's
Any of you guys know it?
okay. And then if I played the scenic cartoon,
I know you play Pac-Man.
who's those things were. I never knew who they were.
Not even one. Not even one.
No.
Oh, I didn't even know they had names. Listen up. Let me educate you. That'd be Blinky, Pinky, Blinky, Blinky, Pinky, Pinky, Slide. And the last one doesn't seem to go with the others, but okay. Well, I don't know which one's Clyde. It's probably not the pink one. I think the pink one's Pinky. I think you getting it wrong is a great place to end on because that means that the Chiefs gonna lose on Sunday. Ready for prayer? Um,
We got two prayers later. One played and all the of my family passed away due to heart surgery.
Oh my god.
And she didn't and she didn't get better of it, but get better after it. So they're gonna go down there for 3 hours for the funeral. Just let them drive there safely and bring them back home safely after the funeral and keep them safe in a bad news. Now number two.
And pray for her parents, and that's their baby.
Two. Two.
You better not pray for the Chiefs to win. That is not prayer worthy. I will not allow it.
What?
God has better things to do.
Okay.
You were gonna pray for that? You're funny.
You know what?
Why don't you pray that it'll be a fair game?
Let's just pray a good close game.
Hey, a good game is always exciting.
Still, so I know for a fact this is not the same people who beat 2 years ago. No. But most of those are players, including mine, that we played 2 years ago. Most of those players that were on that roster 2 years ago are now on most of them are not on the team anymore.
So far they've been teasing out some commercials and they're horrible. I haven't seen one good one. I hope at least they get one funny one. I saw one with David Beckman. And I'm like, look at his face. He gets like people always say, "Oh, you can't notice Botox." I've seen David. I feel like when men get it, you notice. Like if something looks except that they have so many wrinkles, they're like a Sharpay. Like David Ramsey. Sensing the angry shift. The 90s, where they have E-Trade, baby. Slow Daddy. Shows with the horses and puppies.
Okay, look. Those commercials, I'm getting tired of seeing those horse commercials.
But they gotta do it because it's tradition. They're not the horses. With like a woman with big titties jiggling in a bikini and be like, "Yes, beer." Everyone would be up in arms. They'd be like, "Take it down." Oh, there's children watching. It's not that Janet Jackson show no more. So they gotta not offend anyone.
I remember when Shakira and June, she was she was hustling.
Hustler.
They complain about that. Bunch of idiots. But anyway, let's just have a fair, good game.
All right, we're ready for Arthur's halftime performance. Are you nervous? Amen. We pray for Arthur's family. Are you ready? Are you ready?
This song, what's a song?
These. Okay. Okay.
And we can what? We can song so big back in the day, and like, man, this dude do this sounds good. Yeah, look, you are hot, you are sexy, you are dog, Jane. But there's one thing you are Sherry lady.
You know this one, Jerry? Sherry lady. I don't know this one.
Oh, I can't explain. Time is the same. Oh, I feel that the real take the heart. Maybe only too long. Oh, I can't fix the songs. I need to slow. This is you're the Sherry lady. Get the ball.
Right! Feel 'em! It sounds like you're saying Terry. Nobody's putting you down. Nobody's putting you down. That lady can go to hell. Is that him? Rice?
I guess they didn't know what it was modern talk and cherish eating. Okay. So here's another one. Another one. Shelly, you still there?
One day, I wanted to get them some cupcakes to celebrate Super Bowl. Okay.
Okay.
One for you. Watch this pig.
Let's go back to the archive. Let's go back to the archive.
Okay. Hit my finger on the door though, that broke.
So,
That shine for the camera. Don't worry, we're not putting you down, Fila. Me and Rex want to keep you around longer. You're going anywhere. My girl, my boy. Mm.
Oh, thank God for rap. I'm singing. I know. I think rap people
Okay.
like that.
Do you want a carrot? Nope.
Sing on this. My wife, I love for the words. Okay. No, this dude still, no, this dude still exists.
Bad.
They can be in Compton,
Mm,
they can be 100 miles of running,
mm.
or they can be an appetite for destruction. You got a taste for what's in the taste in the blood, what is if they're screaming, tough, get the spit, red the sword, we let this, the blood spit. Until the thing like this, before the band, before, with a vibe to the window, when the vibe, the bus, we'll get shot, whoever to the thing that's it, and then it just, anyway, you need to find the black crack inside the dead ass chick, and they don't want to fuck with that. And know they want to fuck with it. But it's like what instructions. But you know, that's how I can't put it to you. You research to clean that gas more, taking the light on it, and go forward. And the bullets are peeling the fix. Look, it's a can't see the teeth well, I can't see.
So are you okay? You okay? Here, I gave you a little piece. You want a little piece? Aw, there you go. No, Rex, you don't eat her. That's her Fila. She's right.
I said that they down for parole, brother, yo, where is it going? Because when a time when I leave, I got a 38 hitting up the sleeve, and it's where they go to walk and put it in the tip board. I sat there to one more, just to end up clearing the water it was appetite, put it in what to destroy. Whoever said the president for fucking up their cousins, it's time for destruction. Figuring out y'all in the house, y'all. Focus on the phone and let the fucking know. That's what idiots are down to y'all big phones of content. I was in WA.
That was amazing. That's
For destruction.
we're ready for Kendrick, right?
That's why I had to slow my words down because I don't know words I couldn't say on your live stream.
Well, you did it. You did a good job. You did the best you could. I'm real sorry about your cousin and your family's been through so much, but your mom and dad, they're so they're so strong with him getting the burn, and your mom had cancer, and I think they're gonna be like a help. But
President alive now.
yeah, it's like loss and yeah. You know what? That's the attitude to have. It's the gratitude. I think that's that's how we all should be, you know? I'm trying to do that more too, you know, when I get down, to think of what
all the time.
Yes. Thank you so much. Wonderful call. I love you so much. Good luck on Sunday. Mwah.
Well,
Speaking of, did I bring in my something I was going to, but I don't know if I did. Let me see. Let me see. You guys want go on. No, sorry. Go on. You want to stay? You can stay. Okay. I have all my phones. Where's my I don't have any of the sound on them. That's all. I got a message from Joe at Dirt Nation, and he said that he had like a dentist that day today, um, like an hour ago or something like that. And so he didn't know if he could call tonight. And I said, ouch, dental work. It's like not everybody's this you know what I just realized? This number you guys wouldn't have. Because I had to change this one for the new channel. Okay. Hello.
hey, Christmas.
So I went to get these like, gratitude cards that I had, and I feel like it's a good time that I found them. I don't know what they are. I think they're like messages. Let me see. It was like quotes. Gratitude is a powerful catalyst for happiness. It's the spark that lights a fire of joy in your soul. But it's true. I'm so grateful for you. You're so sweet and nice to me. All week, you've been such a sweetheart. How has your week been?
Well, let's see. This is, I guess I'm all right. I mean, it's still,
Mm-mm. I didn't get
waiting
mine.
on the chance to get my knees checked, get a checkup, because of the people it was packed, so I couldn't
Oh,
get in.
like a clinic, like an urgent care, and you didn't have the time to wait because a lot of times they can get busy, especially this time of year.
I think I'm gonna try next week.
Yeah, because sometimes it's just a wait, and but it's not always, I guess. I've been to the emergency room where it's a long, long, long wait, and I've been when there was no one else there. So yeah, sometimes they can change. My head hurts.
And I heard they were doing so much that even the staff got sick.
I am grateful for the opportunity to express myself through my appearance and my arts. Well, I guess how am I expressing myself? I got this flag shirt because and these are soft. Just because it's comfy cozy. I'm almost feeling sad. Rex, are you express yourself? Um, speaking of arts, um, I'm not gonna ask you if you worked on your your comic books. But I will say I have thought about what was I thinking about with that? I think I saw something that made me think of you. Oh, you know what? I was thinking of myself through your eyes. Literally. It was something that was cheering me up. I was thinking of myself as a comic character in your eyes. Pow, pow. Being after the people that bully me. Like as a comic book character, I was like, yeah, I guess. Uh, if I can't do it in real life, I could do it in comic form.
I've been gatekeeping online courses.
Oh yeah, you're doing more courses? You're learning anything?
Um,
Like what? About the hotel business? Or like the laws, regulations,
regulations, chemicals.
chemicals. Oh yeah, that's true. You would need to know that. Sometimes I think that when I have a loose powder that has like talc in the makeup and I get a headache, and I'm like, I don't know, this is from China. I don't know what chemicals are in there. I need to build my own at-home testing facility to give me a headache.
Yeah.
Well, you can never be perfect for like what everyone's allergens are going to be. Um, you know, people are going to be allergic to all kinds of things. They don't even know. Sometimes, like, they could go use the shampoo in the shower and be like, "Oh, I'm allergic to something in this." Like, if you're allergic to shampoo, it's like, what are you gonna do? I'm grateful for the what?
My case is sea bugs,
Sea bugs. What's that?
shellfish.
Fish? Oh, you're allergic. Oh, you're allergic to shellfish. A lot of people are allergic to shellfish. Shellfish, peanuts. But what I heard is like there's this lip product from that Haley Bieber Road Beauty. I can't afford it. It's very expensive. It's like $30 or something for a little lip thing. But it has an allergen in it that's something associated with a tree nut. It's something like a funny name. Like I never even heard of. Like I don't read.
Tree.
I don't know what it's called. Let's see.
All night for the sun.
Oh yeah, you weren't watching Severance.
I managed to watch Severance.
It's called fenugreek extract. Fenugreek. Oh, Severance was so good last night. I was literally watching it and I'm like, oh my god, it's so good. Can you believe the end? I was like, when he said Helly was never cruel. Like, oh no. Oh no, I love that show, man. Yes, Irv. I was like, oh my god, Irving. I am grateful for the stars that pierce through the night sky. How many stars are there? I think that there's like between 4 and 100, and they all have names. Well, I didn't leave the house. I didn't get the Mountain Dew. I didn't leave the house. I was just sort of crying all day over this therapist who took a bath. And it's so hard too, because like they have people that are psychologically vulnerable and they're allowing themselves to be, vulnerable in your hands. And I just don't really respect that profession as much as they think they deserve to be respected. Like that you know any better than the average person. I think sometimes you know less.
Shrink's supposed to, how they supposed to help. And nowadays, man, this just seems to be like failure to me.
Yeah, how is that therapeutic at all? I just felt so much worse for having done that and mentally damaged for like I don't even know. Like I was painful after, and like right now I feel okay. Like I've convinced myself for the time being, like, oh, she's wrong. But it still left a crack in there that it could come back and be like, "Oh, what if she's right?" Like, I don't know what'll happen because of that mentally, but it's certainly damaged my view on getting another therapist. I'm just like, "This is dangerous. I can't do this." I am grateful for my health and body, which carry me through the world. We should always be grateful for our health the way it is because it could always be worse, and someone has it worse. You know what I mean? Even if you have 5 days to live, there's someone that only has 4.
Well, that's all I remember. Maybe it's a couple of inches.
Of your height? Sorry. It's like, well, because they have you working your ass off, literally. You're like and you're up all night working, it's like you forget to eat. That's good, right? If you, um, if you do it in a way that's still healthy, like you're still feel you're not doing the, meth. A lot of people do that as a diet, not the greatest. But those have that has weight to it. It adds up every little bit. I am grateful for the fresh start that I'm given every day. So yeah, that's true. But sometimes I feel the days go by too fast for everything you have to do in it too. Like by the time you make yourself like take a shower and do all that, it's not a lot of time. I don't know. Is there a is there a hack? Is there a trick that other people have more time in a day? Like their days are longer. They have like a superpower. But yeah, I'm still grateful then. I'm really being serious. This is what I'm trying to do, like to feel better, like from what's happened, is to look on the side of gratitude because it is something that I think it genuinely helps. And I don't think that we remember, at least I don't remember to do it enough. But like I genuinely am grateful for you and the people that um really like support me and instead of thinking about the people that hate me, you know. I think the, that I'm blessed with what I'm blessed with, you know.
Yeah.
Phil wouldn't allow it. Phil would call that a furry dinner, unfortunately. I don't know that she would. It would be nice. I mean, it would be expensive. It's expensive having pets. Like on the frugal forum, they say like you can't be frugal and have pets because they're considered like a luxury and they're so expensive. And then you have unexpected expenses, and also just feeding them. It's a lot. Um,
Oh, yeah, actually,
oh, like Boom Shakalaka or Wally. Yes, I always have room for that. But you have to keep it away from Fila. That's true. I am grateful for the hard times that made me who I am today. See, I have a problem. I can't be grateful for the people that like robbed me, assaulted me. Like it's not that. But I think I get where they're coming from, like, because you can learn things from your challenges, even if you're not aware of, like, being forced to learn sometimes can have a benefit in the long run that you don't see at the time. But you wouldn't have learned it if you weren't, um, you know, like necessity is the mother of invention. Necessity is the father of knowledge. I think learning is important. It's important for growing your brain. I'm so interested in learning about the brain because of Severance. And like they talked about the five wavelengths of the brain, and that is true. That's a real thing. And I didn't even know that. And there's apparently channels that like explain like how the brain actually works. And it's like that's just so fascinating.
you know, it's power.
Develop an attitude of gratitude and give thanks for everything that happens to you, knowing that every step forward is a step toward achieving something bigger and better than your current situation. Like this person that wrote, without pantyhose today, I'm grateful for you because you make me appreciate the people that support me every day on my OnlyFans, my channels, and know what I've been going through. And then when I wore pantyhose all throughout this last week on my new channel and took them off, uh, yeah. I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna be on this channel like Sunday. I'm not gonna be on this channel like um risking right now. But you know where the link is. You know where to find me if you wanted to. But yeah, it's like that person that was like saying I should be grateful like for being robbed because it gives me exposure and was just like the total opposite. Like, I mean, me and Terry were like speculating that some people might be evil enough to actually search it out, knowing like because of like that I'm in this pain. But I think what it is being taken down there is being litigation. But I think what I think is I have faith in God, and so like, I have faith that you don't know everything right now. First of all, you don't know the things that you are protected from in the moment, you know? Like, you may be really ungrateful for something, like, God could look at you like, "You're so ungrateful for something because you don't have no idea what I protected you from." But you also don't know where it's gonna lead to somewhere good, and I have faith in that. In the sense of I have to figure out what to do, but that I'm on the right path of, like, I have, my work cut out for me, but it's not right now the peace. It's not the end. Like, "Oh, this horrible thing happened to me." And okay, but, like, in the fight, in the trauma that there'll be weaving my way as a part to something better, and that the path that you go in because of where I'm going, that it had this part, you know? So instead of just seeing it as being here and it's completed, it's not completed, it's not over. And so if you don't know the journey is going to lead you somewhere here that's better, that's what I have faith in. That's where so when they say being grateful for everything that happens to you and that every step forward is a step toward achieving something bigger. I think just carrying on forward is a step towards something better. Um, because it's crazy, people say like God has a plan and things. It's like you have to watch how things unfold. But um, even though it's very bad right now, um, I think that maybe in a year, maybe longer, it could be better because of this particular journey. So, um, but would you have chosen it from this point right now? Like, no, but yeah, I have to choose to be grateful. That's the most empowering place to stand. So, isn't it hard to be like, oh, I'm grateful for having this knee pain, but you have to think, I have this pain. Where am I going? Or is this going to be a part that leads me somewhere better? You know, I am grateful for the roof over my head and the security it gives me. Here's videos that have been recommended to me lately. Like, you know what I mean by YouTube? You'll watch like severance recaps, and it's 100-year-old person living in their car. It's, you know, a 60-year-old person living in their car. And I'm thinking, that's a lot of people living in their car. Oh, what happened? What? Her pantyhose was under your pants. Not today. You want to see me in pantyhose this week? Click the link below. And we're almost done with this book. Like I about finished it on the new channel, and we're gonna start a new book on the new channel. So, yeah. Anyway, but people living in their cars. I don't know if it's that it's more common or they don't have any like. I don't want to say they don't have any job. I mean, some of them don't. They're clearly retired, or so that and YouTube can be a job, I guess, for those that get paid. And not that I'm one of them. That was very short lived. But um I was gonna say, I feel really bad for people that are older and they're living in their car. Like it's easier to clean. 'Cause Lord knows I don't do good enough at that here. But I feel like a shelter is like a basic thing that's very important. And people should have homes and that it's part of your health to have comfort. So I feel like why are so many people in their car? Like we're not doing something right as a society if people feel they have to do that. I don't know if that's an issue all over the world. Like I've only seen that in like America right now, but like and right now it's cold. Why would you want to do that? Um, because you don't have a lot of options. So it's sad. So yeah, I'm extra grateful for the roof over my head seeing that, like because that's your shelter. That is your it's a basic need. So and not everybody has that. You know. Yeah, but you have to think your health is your wealth. And like I don't know. I mean, this one person was in their 70s and it was like you could clearly see this is not going to do her favors. Like what you have to pay for in your recovery, it's going to become more extended the longer you do this and harder on you. And is that worth it? Like, I don't know. I mean, I see where you're coming from, like, because bills are so high, but they shouldn't be that high that it's a stepping stone. Like, there should be affordable housing for people. And the fact that there isn't is like a shame. Yeah. Mm. Today, I define success by the fluidity with which I transcend emotional landmines and choose joy and gratitude instead. This is actually from RuPaul. Okay. Um, I don't think I transcend emotional landmines. I step right into them and go, but I'm trying. I'm trying to have the fluidity and transcend it, but not that easy. Not that easy. I'm grateful for the freedom I have to be my authentic self. I guess. I mean, my authentic self. I think so many people are used to people being so fake, and I just have to be real. Like, so I am grateful that because like I wouldn't still be here if I was fake. I don't think. I think I would have had that what people have that burnout. But like the fact that I can be like, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, and fuck you.
People get lost in the shuffle of today. So shuffle of life, I guess.
Shuffle. Well, I think some people think that there should be a limit on things, you know? Like you get like one little glimmer of like a this and that's it. Like whatever it is. And I think that they get upset if you try to hold on to your dreams. Like there are people in the world that would be upset that you forever like, you know, keep your dream alive of making graphic comics or store like that you haven't like given that up. Be like, I do this job, but I have this other passions too. And it's like always like still here and like actively having ambition for yourself. And I think that that is something people get upset about. And that is part of being your authentic self is pu- pushing up against that.
People getting upset, you know, it's not their business to
Yeah.
get at a person for being themselves. Like, I'm just saying.
And comparing you to other people. Like if this person can be phony, then you should be phony. Like, but no, thank you. I am grateful for the feeling of warm sun on my skin. I am when I have it. It's a nice feeling. My mom always liked that. Yeah, my mom always liked laying in the sun. Happiness cannot be traveled to, owned, earned, worn, or consumed. Happiness is the spiritual experience of living every minute with love, grace, and gratitude. Um, what I know about happiness is not something that's a permanent state. It can't just be held forever. Like I've come to accept even when I said about that therapist, that's like I'm okay right now, but I can't say I'll hold it forever. So I should just enjoy the moments that you have with something that you feel okay, the joy, like because not it's not going to just be forever. Like things have to have waves. So um, I think happiness will come, but it's not a permanent state that you you know. But you will have it more often if you allow yourself to feel it. If it's like it's okay to feel happy and relaxed for a few minutes, you know?
Yeah.
But all emotions will come, you know? I don't have to what?
See,
I don't have to chase extraordinary moments to find happiness. It's right in front of me if I'm paying attention and practicing gratitude. True. Yeah, I mean, I think I think that we miss so many opportunities to feel good that it's like it's weird because you think, why would you rob yourself of that? But I think we get a habit of letting it pass. And when you see people that don't, when you see people that let themselves laugh like loudly or just enjoy things, like it shows you, it's like, yeah, you could do that too. Like you don't need it beaten out of you to let yourself smile and be like, like kids are before it's like, be like happy and in awe and wonder in in the joy, like we let ourselves feel like the sad, but you can let yourself feel like the happy. Um, and I like even for like the simple things, especially for the simple things, I think. But trying to work on that and also being visually aware, mentally aware of opportunities or things that you get used to being your blinders to things and getting through life instead of being open that there could be signs around or opportunity that
because they take the chance to like if you're feeling off today and you're trying to accomplish something,
I am
stop.
grateful. I am grateful for my favorite song that motivates me to keep going. Okay. What is your motivating song, Jerry? Yes.
I'm gonna listen. I'm sure I'm listening to something that is rare. You know what I mean? And it's like I'll just say beat from the '90s, or rappers from the '90s. Their 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 beats and style kind of motivates me. It kind of gets me moving.
Yeah, I see that. There's so much good music from the 90s. That's um club music because it was so big at the time. That's very dancey, like club beats.
Uh, we always loved something for club music, but it was like let's see, it's hard hitting beats. That's all.
Hey, whatever gives you energy, appreciate it. One thing like with the dogs, they don't live as long as us, like a week for them is like a day to you. Like, so if you let some hours go by and you didn't give them a hug and kiss and say, I love you, that's like you'll let a day go by without saying, I love you. And it's like, I try to just pour as much like love when I think of it that I can reasonably in the short lives that they have. So I can look back and say, like, that I was good. I mean, I know I'll have guilt, like the house was messy, whenever they pass away and be like, I wish that I wasn't crying so much in their life, with him, like so much struggle. But I try to show them that I'm grateful for them and let them feel that love. Um, too, because I think they can pick up on that too. Um, yeah, enjoy the little things. For one day, you may look back and realize they were the big things.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
was thinking something like that too. Isn't that kind of like one? Well, maybe it might sound crazy, but one person's trash is another person's treasure. Kind of like that.
I think sometimes too, like the things that you think that you want that's gonna make your life better. And you might get what you wish for, and you come to find out you were happier before.
Yeah,
Or
like
you were wishing for those moments back, that that was actually, um, better then, but I just kept looking at the other side, the grass on the other side, you know? And now that I'm in the other side, it's really not. And those other things, they were actually, like, better, and usually it is demonstrated as, like, the bigger life. Like, "Oh, I that's that job, if I had that job," and then you have that job, and it's like, "Wow, I'm really unhappy in this job. I was actually happier before what I was doing. Wow." I saw someone on YouTube that had that they opened a store, and they lost money actually, and they found it so stressful, and it was like, I was happier just in my house, working in my house before, like, making less, but overall, it was actually more, and, like but they thought about having my own store, having the bigger, and it was like, actually, the littler life was actually the better, bigger, like, more fulfilling, happier life for you, but sometimes you have to go through it, I guess, to understand that, um
stress and to get uh, some technical equipment for my art, and it took some time, but then I'm thinking about how I like to draw, I like to do hand drawing, so I'm just, I'm good with that. So I could, so for me to be good with that, I shouldn't worry about the, stressing, trying to bring the new stuff. You know what I mean?
yeah, I guess it's good to have a curiosity, but you have to do what feels right for you. Otherwise, why do it? You know? The why is important. I'm grateful for my favorite food that brings me comfort and satisfaction. I don't think enough people feel this one while they're eating to really savor it. Again, I think that we get beaten out of that. They're just like, you can get, but like when you have a treat, like say you could go to like a restaurant or something, be like, wow, this is nice, and let yourself feel that, like, this is really good, or this is really like, um, yeah, I think it's convince ourselves like that's like corny or lame to show joy and things like that. But like even just like for your food or your drink, you'd be like, I love this. I think and not even like your favorite or trying something new or something smaller every meal to be like, oh, this is good. Like my sister would say, um, we have to eat. So you might as well enjoy what you eat. We should certainly count our blessings, but we should also make our blessings count. That's cute. I mean, um, yeah, count them, but also um, the make what you have like meaningful for you. You know, yeah, like I have my dog, and he's a blessing, but making it count is like, I love you, big guy. Oh, I love you. I am grateful for my natural talents that I was born to share. Well, do I have natural talent? I don't know. Was I born to share, or do I just force it on you? Aw. Gratitude can transform common days into Thanksgivings, turn routine jobs into joy, and change ordinary opportunities into blessings. That's so true. I always like to say, "Oh, I like to live like I'm on vacation," but like every day is Valentine's Day, like it doesn't have to just be your birthday to be your birthday. Uh, but it's true by being grateful. I think that is then you feel like you get the same feeling in you that it is that you have that. Um, which is really what you're after. You take a medication like for your brain, like what are you after? That chemical feeling it gives you when you're actually grateful and happy. I am grateful for my memory that allows me to learn from my mistakes. You think, you think sometimes we are who we are. And Stella gonna be Stella. If a fellow isn't thankful for what he's got, he isn't likely to be thankful for what he's going to get. Oh, that's true. You practice it, and then um, the rest of your life, the more you do that, will be more enjoyable because everything that comes is like you see it. Yeah. I'm thankful for not being Danny on this channel during the show. Yeah. I am grateful for refreshing walks that calm my mind and ease my spirit. I should take more walks. I should take them on walks, really. It's a good time of year. Yeah? Okay, we'll both walk. Strive to find the things to be thankful for and just look for the good in who you are. Yeah, that's a big one. Be good in who you are. Things that you like about yourself. I think that that's a reason a lot of people get kind of upset at people, like, they're like, I don't like that person." I think we think that they have, like, an ego, or they're, like, really well, you say you see a person that's, like, online, like, they're showing, like, their wealth, or they have, like, a lot of likes or something, they have a lot of, like, um, supports, and you think, "Oh, they must think they're full of themselves, they must think they're so much better than someone like me," or whatever. Um, when For one, really, it's probably not true. So much online is, like, so fake. That's not their money, they're not on a real private jet. Those likes are bots. It's all like, okay? But you can have that too. But let yourself have that to be what you're craving is that feeling of being accepting who you are, that feeling of being proud of who you are. Because that is power in, like, the truest sense of, like, feeling stronger, like we were talking about last week. I so think that comes from because we base a lot of that, how we perceive ourselves, off of how the world perceives us and shows us in that feedback. That's why people think like, oh, if you're like a hot girl or guy, or whatever, like you must have like the ego because you're treated this certain way, right? So, um, I think that we don't have to do that, like in just how other people are treating us, but it's harder like work, I think. But, like, so what people try to do is, like, an easier work of being like, "Well, maybe if I just get Botox, maybe if I feel like I look like this person that I think is getting treated better, and then I'll have this because 'cause I'll get that external validation, and then I can feel good about myself." Really? Like, just try to feel something, like, good about yourself, without that necessarily. I mean, that's good too. It's good to get compliments and give compliments. Um, but because otherwise you're missing out on so much like empowerment that I think like God wants you to have. That you're meant to that fuels us. Because think about it, we all want to feel biologically part of the tribe, part of the pack. We're a social species. We want to feel valuable. So let yourself feel that. And that's gonna help your health to be like to feel that inclusion, to feel you matter. Um, because the more we tell ourselves we don't, we're not good enough, but maybe one day I'll be, but what if I'm not? And what if I'm getting worse? Then it's so weakening. It's like it literally is making us weaker. And I'm trying to work on that because I tell myself so much negative things about myself that I'm I see it making me weaker to do. So like I see that as like when I start to do the opposite, little tasks or little things, it's like and that gratitude is part of it, then I start to actually feel stronger, like of in the world, healthier, you know? And I can't tell you like what yeah, positive energy about yourself. Yeah. My mom said that she used to sing that song to me when I was little, that Whitney Houston song, um, The Greatest Love of All. You know that song? I decided. Yeah. But I think it's true. We should always hold that message like we told that to children, but we somehow forget it. But your parents wouldn't have wanted you to lose track of that, you know?
Yeah, I was feeling low down, dealing with stuff, and then my counselor was like telling me to sing this song.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's that's what I'm seeing, hearing everybody sing.
Something
Like,
buying yourself something, treating yourself to something, if is it a game you want to play, a movie you wanna see, something like and telling yourself like this because like, it's showing in action you're caring about yourself, and I think you'll feel it. Like, showing anyone gratitude, showing anyone appreciation, but doing for yourself. It tells yourself you deserved this. You know, like you matter. And I think it's important. And people try to take that away from you because they know it weakens you. It's like you're not good enough, but gotta try to not bite into that.
I can't feel it running all wrong. By doing stuff like that, you know what I
In everyone's life, at some time, our inner fire goes out. It is then burst into flame by an encounter with another human being. We should be all be thankful for those people who rekindle the inner spirits. Yes. What life tries to tell you to give up your dreams, and I have to remind myself, like,
mean? Yeah.
life gets you down, but you don't have to stay there. I'm grateful for my creativity that makes me unique. I always like practice being creative, and you should be inspired every day. Gratitude is when memory is stored in the heart and not in the mind. I am grateful for the TV shows, movies, and books that I can get lost in for hours. Y'all, Severance, hello.
Yeah.
If you can concentrate on finding whatever is good in every situation, you will discover that your life will suddenly be filled with gratitude, a feeling that nurtures the soul. Yes, I don't know about this one. I'm grateful for the variety of animals with which we share the planet. Uh, I don't know. How do you feel? Do you like animals? Sometimes I'm like, oh, it's kind of cute, like a seal or something, like last night. But then I'm like, but there's some of them are really creepy and they could kill me. Yeah, I'm grateful that it wasn't. I don't know if it would have fit under that barrel. I'm grateful for the scent of fresh flowers and a blooming bouquet. How about this one? Y'all should be grateful if you have a good sense of smell because I don't. Yeah. Like, what does this room smell like right now? I don't smell anything. I can't really smell. I get a faint whiff of coffee, but this isn't peppermint mocha. I don't smell like if I'm really just like if I was like blindfolded, I don't even know if I'd be able to tell that's coffee. Yeah. Mm. I've been like that for so long that I'm like, but you know what? I'm grateful about that when I have to clean up like dog do or something. I'm like, I don't smell it as much as I would. Yeah.
People, um, people in my job, when they check out a room and they ask me and to shampoo it
Hmm.
because of they say there's a smell that makes them sick,
Yeah.
and that smell is the kind I kind of smell something, but it's not as strong as theirs. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. Some people are very sensitive to fragrances. Be grateful for what you already have while you pursue your goals. If you aren't grateful for what you already have, what makes you think you would be happy with more? That's true.
Pads and also the pads. Trump man.
Well, you really like when you got the pencil and it's like sharp and perfect, fresh pencil. Mm.
Uh, it, it, when I'm most at, and
I want to see more of your drawings. In life, one has a choice to take one of two paths to wait for some special day or to celebrate each special day. Gratitude, this one I don't understand. Gratitude is a similar quality to electricity. It must be produced and discharged and used up in order to exist at all. What the hell? Like, why do we gotta understand science? I don't know how electricity works. I told you, I don't understand this computer. You turn it on and magic.
he did a king of other king.
Yeah, gratitude is a quality similar to electricity. It must be produced and discharged and used up in order to exist at all. I don't know what that means. Like it won't run out.
Electricity is like power that brightens things up and
I heard electricity, or at least in the house, right? It comes from coal. Is that wrong? I don't know. Acknowledging the good that you already have in your life is the foundation for all abundance. And I still do this, even though I lost my mom so young, I still will say, but I still had her longer than a lot of other people. She still lived longer than my aunt. It's even then, it's finding it that because I'll get jealous. I see somebody's like elderly with their parents still, but I still think, okay, but what about the person that doesn't even have that you had? you know? So when we focus on our gratitude, the tide of disappointment goes out and the tide of love rushes in. I'm grateful for the courage that allows me to escape my comfort zone. I don't know about that because I did that this morning and I was not grateful. I was like, wow, this was a mistake. This was really a mistake. This lady is fucking me up. Oh, your mom lost her dad at 13? That's sad. It's a funny thing about life. Once you begin to take note of the things you are grateful for, you begin to lose sight of the things that you lack. Yeah, it was always not. They say that with people like with your makeup collection, that if you have notice it and play with it and enjoy what you have, then you're not like instead of just looking at like whatever new thing. Not that I don't know if you'd get that part.
Can one make school desk, but get my own school desk. I could be more into my art, into my comic book drawings and everything. Right.
The,
Yeah.
yeah. The unthankful heart discovers no mercies, but the thankful heart will find in every hour some heavenly blessings. Guys, this one is so true. You think God hasn't been merciful because you're not.
Such a new thinking of you when I'm at work.
Yeah, this one is you. Let us be grateful to the people who make us happy. They are the charming gardeners who make our souls blossom. That's you. You're a charming gardener.
Wow.
Well, with that, I hope that that helped you focus some more on gratitude and feeling better. And I don't say this is to demean the troubles that I'm sure that you all genuinely have, and I'm with you on that. I'm saying it because I do believe that it helps heal because it helps the mind and the mind body connection. It does help us heal. And I think um, if you could try any habit this year to build or work on it, that would be like the healthiest for you, your overall health and well-being. Um, and that's just what I'm trying to use to get me out of this depression that I've been in. Where you get so focused and um what's the ruminating on the bad that you just lose all sight of the good. And that's not good. So you enjoy Severance? You watched all the episodes, right? Because if you just jumped in, then you don't know what's going on. You would be very confused. Well, you no, because it's a mystery that builds and you find answers and like I don't know. I think you should watch it from the beginning when you have the time. Which right now you're doing loads of work on your stuff, but
I, I've watched from the beginning, so for so
yeah, episode 2, season 2, yeah, all good. But I think part of the fun is letting yourself immerse into it and you can't really be immersed if you don't really understand key parts. Yeah, if you're lost, you're yeah, especially I imagine last night you'd be like, "What the fuck?"
Well, we're trying to go on YouTube to catch a break.
Hey, that helps. That helps the explaining things and people catching things that you didn't necessarily catch. Like when they say the Montauk, I didn't know what the hell that was, but it's interesting. It's fascinating. Yeah. Oh, my puppy. Anyway,
Right.
yeah, I want to say just I appreciate how sweet you are all the time, and I'm um gonna think about what book you would really enjoy next because you've been working so hard that you deserve the next book to be really fun. Okay?
Appreciate all the books you've read. Everything you do.
Thank you. I know. You're always very sweet. All right, I'm gonna see if John's up. If John wants to call, um,
Okay.
and then I'll make dinner. But I love you so much. Mwah.
You too. Appreciate you.
Good night, Red. All right, John. Let's see if he's. I told him. Well, he said that he was going to have dinner and come home, so he might not be at home yet. But I don't know. He didn't say good night, so. But I keep telling him get Apple TV, get Severance, but he's doing that like home renovation project, so it doesn't have always the time. Anyway, um, if you would like to follow me on my new channel, the link below to my OnlyFans, um, because um, yeah, if you didn't know, I got that strike on a video I uploaded that I didn't watch all of it, but I guess maybe the AI or something found like a still shot that looked like I was taking my top up, but it wasn't. But I guess I could see how it could look like that. Um, so it wasn't on any of the streams that I did, but yeah. So I have to reapply for partner on this channel. I guess in a few months, I might try a different channel. See, but so in the meantime, I've been on the other channel. If you didn't know, um, sorry, my head is hurting from today, but I should be feeling better tomorrow. Um, Day to night, and I won't have my monthly tidings because I think I finished it like last night, finally. Um, but um, tonight I'm probably gonna go to bed earlier because I had to set my alarm so I had the therapy this morning kind of early, so I feel already tired. So I don't see myself staying up late. Um, and maybe I'll feel better than to wake up with a good sleep. And um, I don't have a therapy appointment on the horizon. At first, I thought about making another with somebody else, but then as the day went on, I thought, no, I can't do that to myself again, and I just didn't do that. So Um, I will therapy myself this week. And it makes you wonder if AI is ready. No, it's not. I saw a really creepy commercial during watching like Apple or Netflix or something where an ad came up and it was for that like Gemini and it was a guy talking to it and he's like, I'm really nervous about my interview or something. And I was like, what makes them think it's advanced enough to talk to you out of your nerves about your interview? Like, it's not. Um, it's creepy. I don't know if I probably will put something on. Probably find something to watch. I'm not sure. Well, but not too much. Something that'll be very late. Um, I need to hear him. He- I'm sleeping. Anyway, I love you so much. Date night tomorrow. Mm.